Please like, share, and subscribe for your chance to win your own NOAA Weather Radio. Now, on to the video. A major West Coast system will bring some big-time changes across the nation, as a May clash of air masses will bring another round of severe weather lasting days as severe weather season 2024 gets ready to peak. We'll have a detailed look coming your way next. Welcome back, everybody, to the Weather Nerds YouTube channel. I'm your host, Greg Majeski, your personal weatherman. And before we get rolling, I first want to thank all the new subscribers to the channel. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please consider it. It'd be an honor to have you on board. So just hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this report. Now, when we're talking about the clash of air masses or a change of air masses in the month of May, that, of course, usually translates to an active weather pattern, which includes a round of more severe weather. And it looks like we have days of that coming our way as we enter into the new work week. So let's go ahead and take a look at the latest from the Storms Prediction Center. So we're going to begin our look here at the day 2 outlook here. This is going to be for your Sunday, as we got a little pocket of marginal severe weather across portions of Ohio and up near Pennsylvania. A bigger swath stretching back here through Arkansas, Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. But it's what we head into day 3 going into your Monday, where things get quite interesting, as we've got a pretty good swath there of enhanced area for severe weather. This includes the city of Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Wichita, Lincoln, and Topeka, as that vigorous storm system rolls out from the west. And this active severe weather will continue deeper into the week as we look at the day 4 outlook here, as we see severe weather threat here through the Midwest stretching back toward Arkansas. And this will continue into day 5 as well, going into your Tuesday, as we'll see a threat of severe weather stretching from Ohio back through Missouri, Arkansas, and back into eastern portions of Oklahoma and eastern Texas. And once we get rid of these thunderstorms as they move off toward the east, we're going to see some big changes in its wake, as the 6 to 10 day outlook is reflecting this May 9th through the 13th with a pretty good pool of cool air here across the middle portion of the country. That'll expand greatly more as we head into the days 8 through the 14th. So May 11th through the 17th, look at this pretty good swath here, covering everything from the Midwest back down toward the south, with some much cooler temperatures, with above normal temperatures out here on the West Coast. Also with that, we're going to see some changes with the overall pattern that'll bring in drier conditions. The 6 to 10 day outlook here showing drier weather for the Pacific Northwest into the Midwest. Still a little bit wet here along the eastern seaboard and into the southeast, but that'll be short-lived. Looks what happens here as we go from days 8 through 14th, as we see a bigger swath of drier weather here across the Northwest back toward the Midwest and the Southeast, and still looking a little bit wet here across the desert Southwest and back toward Texas. We're going to take a look at the 500 millibar level here on the latest European model. One thing I want to say about this storm system, it's not going to be in a very big hurry to clear the country. And in its wake, that's when we'll see those cooler temperatures come on in. But in the meantime, as we've shown you from the Storms Prediction Center, we got several days of severe weather. Let's go ahead and take a look at this right now as I go ahead and pull on out of here. As we watch this vigorous storm system around here on the West Coast, it's going to begin to move on inland here as we head throughout the day on Sunday. And when it gets to about this configuration here, as we go into your Monday, say around the middle of the day here, you notice we got this dip in the jet stream here. So you got this nice little dip. Let's clear that out there. Here we go, right through here. It's kind of arcing backward. That's what we call a bit of a negative tilt, and that is one of the mechanisms that can support severe weather as well as tornadic activity, which is possible as we head throughout the day on Monday. And this will not be in a big hurry, folks, as we go ahead and watch this, which progresses here into Tuesday. Notice the big low here is spinning up in across areas of Montana and into the Dakotas. And it's just going to kind of sit there. And we've still got this very strong jet stream here blowing right through here. So we're still going to see the active weather there on Tuesday. There was that big low here kind of spinning up here across the high plains. And it's not going to eject or move on out anytime soon as we progress through the rest of the week. It just kind of sits there. So we'll continue to see these little impulses right along that jet stream. That'll bring in some more weather as we head into Wednesday. Now, I think as we head to later in the week here, as as we go into Thursday and Friday, I think things begin to settle down a little bit. I don't know if we're going to see that severe weather threat going into Thursday or Friday. Maybe one of those things we'll have to watch as we get later into the work week. But this low is still sitting over the areas of the Great Lakes as we look into Friday. I mean, we're talking a week here, still waiting for this thing to kick on out. And then finally, as we head into the Saturday, looks like it starts to move in across New England. And eventually, by the time we head to the following Sunday, eject off the eastern seaboard. So we're talking well over a week as we watch this very strong storm system take its time to progress across the nation. As we take a look at the lightning flash density, this really helps us track where those thunderstorms are going to develop here on the European model. As you can see, some of these storms here late in the day on your Saturday here across portions of Texas. But it's really what's going to happen here as we go throughout the day on Sunday and into Monday that's really going to be concerning. You still see those thunderstorms there as we go throughout the day on your Sunday, flaring up across Texas and the south and even into areas of Kentucky and Ohio. But as we go in through Monday, watch what happens as I bring this forward into Monday as that low begins to eject out of the plains. Then we'll see that eruption of thunderstorms here by late afternoon. So you're looking at a pretty good break of thunderstorms here, stretching from the Dakotas, stretching all the way down into Texas here. And that'll have to watch closely, especially for the tornado risk in that enhanced area we showed you there a little while ago. And this will push off toward the east. There was a pretty good cluster of storms there going overnight and from Monday and into early Tuesday morning. You notice here by 5 o'clock, we've got some thunderstorms still coming into Illinois, Missouri, and still kind of getting into Oklahoma there on Tuesday morning. And that'll settle down a little bit. Then once we get that daytime heating again, we'll get a bluster again of storms once again across areas of Wisconsin, Iowa, into portions of Illinois, Missouri. We got a pretty good outbreak of storms here that'll need to be watched for the potential for more severe weather here on your Tuesday. And this will continue to move off toward the east here again as we go with more storms here going into the Wednesday. You've seen some more storms there that could possibly be severe. And then I think as we go from Wednesday to Thursday, still may see some storms there, but I think they start to settle down. We got a cluster of storms here on Thursday morning here across the deep south. They'll have to watch here closely to see if those will become severe as well. But once this settles on down, we still got active thunderstorms here showing up on Thursday afternoon. But as we go into Friday, I think things begin to settle down. This is Friday afternoon. It kind of pulls on out. And then as we head in throughout the following weekend and into the early portion of the following week, heading into the 12th and 13th, I see things begin to settle down across most of the country. So as we watch this very slow-moving system progress across the country, once it does, we're going to see some, again, significant cooling. We do have a brief cool down here in the middle of the country. You can kind of see this right here with this little cluster of below normal temperatures here. But it's this one out here on the west coast that's really going to be watched as we're going to watch this thing progress across the country. And things will quickly warm up where that brief cool down was there as things look quite warm here. You're seeing the clash of the air masses here. I mean, look at this. Very telling sign here as you're seeing here the below normal temperatures here for a big cluster here in the west, but most of the east here looking at above normal temperatures here expected at the 850 millibar level. So watch here with the anomalies here as this progresses off toward these. That low is just going to be hung up there across the Dakota, so it's going to be quite warm out ahead of that progressing system as we're going to be seeing the winds kind of stretching here out of the south here out ahead of it. That's going to allow things to stay on the warm side. But eventually that low will beat this thing back as we look toward Wednesday, still looking pretty warm here across the eastern half of the United States, but it starts to move here as we go into Thursday. You notice in that blue and that green, that's the below normal temperature thread there, really starts to invigorate and push off toward the east as that low begins to eject. We'll see just about a big chunk of the country here looking at temperatures that'll be running at or below normal here, stretching from New England, stretching back here through the middle of the country, especially with below normal temperatures here. This is on late in the day on your Saturday going into the following weekend. And then it'll just kind of linger a little bit. We'll see things warm up out toward the west, but still kind of holding on to those below normal temperatures here and across areas of New England and here across the deep south through here. But big warm up here in the west. Look at this big spike here in the temperatures here across the Pacific Northwest as we go through the next 10 days. So we got a pretty good beatdown coming our way with a clash of the air masses and several days of severe weather. I'm especially going to be watching that severe weather on Monday and Tuesday in particular, and I am planning on doing some severe weather coverage on those days. So if you would like to be alerted on when I'll be doing those severe weather coverage, again, just hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're alerted on future content. And if you like what you see with this report, if you got any suggestions or any kind of feedback, as always, please leave that down below as well. All right, that will do it for this edition here on the Weather Nerds channel. I do appreciate you guys checking in and hope you guys have a great and safe weekend. Until then, we'll see you on the next report or see you with those live updates coming your way as we go into the new work week. All right, that's it for now. You guys take it easy. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.